and things in the banks didn't go all that well. So then I decided after 3 years.
Hello sir, myself Krishna and I'm from KMC Media and we are honored to have you here today. So I would like to ask you a few questions if you're allowed.
Sure.
Okay, so sir, my first question is, can you share any memorable experience or challenges you faced as the ambassador, serving as the ambassador?
I think when you are serving in a different land, in a different country, that is both as a diplomat as also an ambassador. I think in terms of challenges, it is in countries where you're there basically getting the mind space of the host of the home government. If there are some issues on which you want quick responses from the government that you are not able to get. But I think that also in terms of a challenge, it also provides you an opportunity, because then you can take a decision in that context and you are able to advance the relationship and take the partnership forward. So I think one of the aspects that I recall we could have done better is in terms of getting quicker responses from the headquarters.
Sir, there are many students at KMC who are preparing for civil service exam. They are aspiring to be an IFS officer, IS officer. So what advice you would like to give to them?
I think basically it is that whatever they are doing, they should focus on it completely. They should focus on it without any deviation, full commitment to that. And of course the most important thing is hard work. That is the sine qua non of success in any area, in any field. So if you are appearing for the exams, be focused, put in a lot of hard work for that amount of time. Be very diligent in whatever you do.
So this, as you studied from St. Stephen's College, I just know what so while during that period, were you very clear that you will go for civil services or just after graduation you started?
Getting into the foreign service was an idea that I did have in mind.
Right.
And so I was working a little bit towards that. But that was not the only option that was available. And so I had many other interests, and I can share that those interests stood me in very good stead. Because for instance, meaning I was doing physics, and I did my post-graduation in physics. I also did some research in solid states, superconductivity. Yes, absolutely. So that was there, but in addition to all of that, I was also very interested in history. So I would, so this is some suggestion, because at that time it used to be you had to take 5 papers, 3 at the graduate level and 2 at the postgraduate level. Now, after I left, that's a long story, so I don't want to get into it. Meaning, I did get my first attempt, I did get an interview call, but I could not appear for the interview because by that time I had joined a bank as a, what they call the probationary officer, and I was undergoing training in Bombay, and I could not come here because there was a train strike. At that time in 74, there was a train strike. We could not travel. So, but I was so happy in the bank. I said, doesn't matter. It's all right. I was getting sort of, decent money, if I can put it that way, and coming out of college just after that. And, the first salary you're able to put in your pocket, I think that's a great feeling. So I said, it's all right. But then after that, we had the emergency and things in the banks didn't go all that well. So then I decided after 3 years in 77 that I need to come back to and appear for the exams all over again. So I came back. And then I thought, because these science subjects, physics, chemistry, they have a lot of theorems, equations, and they are not like humanities and liberal arts. So I did not take a single subject in sciences. I took only, even as far as the postgraduate level, the higher post level, I took jurisprudence, and I took British Constitution History. Yeah, these were the two options at the postgraduate level, and at the lower level I took sociology, I took Indian history, and I took European history. So because meaning history is something that has always interested me, and that of course coming now to the present day, meaning it stood me very well when I joined the diplomatic service, because there you need to have an idea of what has happened, the historical background of any. Yes. And basically I took those subjects because I found them to be conceptual, that on the basis of concepts you would be able to respond, you would be able to answer. Or agar usme aap karte hain, you're looking at physics, mathematics, because all my other colleagues who had just then sort of passed out, they would take physics, they would take mathematics, they would take chemistry, all the subjects that they had studied. But I thought that there had been an interregnum for me between after when I stopped going regular college education, and now when I was appearing for the exam. और वो 3 साल हमने किए थे. I had been a banker. I was heading a branch, but still that thing was not giving me satisfaction, and I said I must.
Diplomacy and administration particularly require that you connect and empathy and understanding and legacy of a nation wherever you go. So I think it came very handy to what ultimately you landed yourself.
No,
in the
absolutely.
foreign policy,
No, absolutely. I had, meaning there were, you give your preferences for all these services. But for me, foreign service was a very, very natural choice.
Does college play a role in, for the interviews like you studied from St. Stephen's College? Was it an advantage as far as interviews?
I think in terms of the atmosphere, that I think, that environment that you get, I think that plays a role. And otherwise, I think it is also that there are so many activities that are happening. It's not only as far as books are concerned, studies, education, but so many, and the library facilities. I mean, I still recall very sort of fondly that, and particularly if you are in residence there, so you just walk across from there. You're not a day scholar, so you can just walk across and spend hours on end at in the library, and then also you develop some very intimate relationships amongst your colleagues and friends and all, and that is also very helpful. That's very useful. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Well, that's
Thank you.
okay. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.